Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations, and we are going to be making some jewelry, and we're going to be using some UV resin for this. We're not using the regular resin, the dry overnight stuff. We need it to be like a high viscosity resin. So the UV resin is pretty thick because it's used often to dome and create a little bit of raised dimension. So we're going to be using that. And to start with, I'm grabbing a box, and you want to have maybe a box that's just long enough that strands, the length of it would kind of go around your neck. We don't need it to go all the way around, but that the length kind of works. You're going to see what I mean, but I'm going to pull you in closer so you can kind of watch. And actually, I'm pulling you in more overhead than closer so that you can see down in, because I think that's going to make a big difference for this one. All right, this is a setup that I'm using because it's what I've got, and I'm not investing tons of money on anything else because I may never do this again. Who knows? What I am going to do, so here's the idea. You could use fishing line for this. That would be great. And then your strands, your necklace strands would be kind of clear. I'm using kind of this metal cording, obviously in silver. So then mine are going to be silver toned. And I'm doing this because this is what I have. I don't have fishing line, and I don't feel like going out to buy it. So what I am doing is just putting some little slits along the edge of this, just that I can kind of support my strands into. So they don't have to be perfectly opposite each other. It's okay if they're, so there's no measuring, I think is really what I'm saying here. Just kind of do some slits that are going to support your cord, your fishing line, whatever you're using. And we're going to ultimately put this down into those slits to just kind of support it. And we want it somewhat taut, and I want to leave a fair bit of room on either end because that's how I'm ultimately going to put my necklace together. So I'm just going to put, I don't know how many of these I want or that I'll need for however my design turns out. So I'm just going to do a number of them, and I'm just doing exactly the same thing. And then when I got this done, I'll be back. All right, I have my strands done, and you can kind of pull them and tighten them if need be. And you could try this on different kinds of cording, different kinds of jewelry making wires, whatever you want. I am using a high viscosity resin. So this is high viscosity UV resin. And I am, there it is, using it with like a nozzle tip. And what you want to do is just slowly follow along the line of your cording until the resin just kind of slowly beads up. Now you're going to have a bunch that drops, as I am, because I was applying too much, but you'll have drips that stay, and I can go back and I can add more as I start to get a better feel for the flow. But what we ideally want are some of those drips hanging in there. So I'm going to continue on and getting all my little drips hanging off of my cording. Once you've got your drips on, you need to take your UV light, and we are going to be having to, for this one, hold this up above our project. I don't trust it to stay standing on its own. As I go and try it anyway. All right, so we need to do this, move it along, and keep doing it until all of that little UV resin on there is cured. Once it's cured, I can go back and I can add more drips if I want to, and then re-cure it. So you're not locked into just this amount if you wanted more, or potentially bigger. You could do bigger drops over top of existing drops. They'll kind of grow in size that way. So we're just now curing these as they go. These are all of my strands. So you can see all those little drops. They look like little jewels hanging down. Now you get to decide how many strands you want. You can just do like a little necklace with 3 of them, right? Maybe 5 if you want. I'm not sure that we need 10. That seems like a lot. Let's just take a look. Yeah, that kind of seems like a lot. All right, so let's do fewer. Let's maybe choose my 5 favorites. My 5 favorites out of all of you guys. Okay, I like you a lot. I like you. You have some of the bigger drips. So some of them I went over again to drip over top to be able to get drips on the drips. And another good one, just with a lot. Okay, there we go. And these ones I can save to do another necklace from. So what I want to do is kind of gather them together on one end. And let me just doing a quick check around my neck. I want to leave a fair bit of this on either end. And because mine is just cording, which works perfectly if you used the fishing line, I'm just going to tie a knot. And before I do it tight, so you can still see how loose it is, I am going to pop. Now I'm using an eye pin here because it's got, eye pin has the little round circle on the end. A head pin would just have a flat bar across the bottom. I just had fancy head pins and I didn't want to waste them where I'm not going to see them. So now I want to pull it tight, and you can see that that little eye from the eye pin part is going to hold that in place. And what I'm going to do so that this doesn't all loosen on me, if you had some crazy glue, you could use that. I don't use it fast enough, and all goes hard in my shop. And same thing with my E6000, so I get it in these small little packs. But I'm just going to add some over the surface so that that's going to harden. And it's going to hold those strands in place, especially when I cut that excess off. So I'm just going to do exactly the same thing on the other end and give that just a moment or two to dry in place. E6000 dries fairly quickly. You could try hot glue as well. I just couldn't be bothered getting it out. So you can see that this stiffens up. See how this kind of stiffens up in here because we ran the resin right along the whole seam. This end is much more pliable because what I'm doing is just going along and just kind of cracking, bending all of that cording so that any of the resin that's along there is just kind of cracking enough to give that cording back some movement. I'm not going to have any of those resin droplets pop off, but I am going to have the cording be a little more flexible, a little more giving, and I'll get a better lay of the necklace against the neck. So you can see already how this curves so much better. And my ends, what I want to do is I just want to go and cut off all that extra cording. My glue isn't totally dry, but it's dry enough. Right? So I'm going to cut this off. There we go. And now we're going to take an end cone. We don't want to see this balled up section, so we're going to hide it. And why don't you go through? There we go. Inside that cone. So when you pull this nice and tight, you can see where then the strands just come down through the cone, and you can get different shapes of cones, different styles of cones, whatever works. Then what you want to do is, once that's pulled really tight, bend that over. That's going to stop that from sliding out. Now, because we want to attach this to, this is a toggle clasp, so to one end, what we want to do is just take some round nose pliers, take that in as flush as we can, bend that around, and while it's still open, we want to put our toggle on so that's hanging from that hook. Then I can take my round nose pliers in there and I can wrap that wire around. Okay, now I'm using my bad hand here. Let me try and see if I can switch so I can get this nice and tight. So we're going to wrap this around. So let me just see if I can show you here so that that's too high. There we go. Wrong spot. So this is our loop, and we're going to wrap this down around the lower part of that loop right up against our toggle. Just a couple of times. My hand's not working, so I got to get another set of pliers here. If your hand works, use your hand. I'm having a hard time even holding them. Okay. Let me just pull this nice and tight. There we go. Perfect. And then I can just cut that remainder off flush. And then we have that all in a clasp. And we're just going to do that to the other end, the same way, to be able to get the clasp on the other end. And this is our finished necklace. We have all these little loose strands with all these beautiful little droplets on them. Fits around your neck. Obviously, you can do whatever length that you would like. So there's my toggle. And there's my little crystal necklace. And they catch the light. Super light and comfortable to wear. Super easy to make. All with your UV resin. But it needs to be that extra thick, viscous, that high viscosity resin to be able to do this properly. The regular resin will just kind of drip off. Although, having said that, you could wait until the regular resin, the overnight curing resin, has started to thicken, put it into a squeeze bottle with a fine nozzle, and you could try that. I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work. And leave it overnight, and then you'd be good to go. Let me know what you think of this one, guys. Love to hear from you as always. I'm going out for dinner on the weekend. Maybe I'll wear my little necklace. See you on the next one. Until then, take care.